Hey guys, I'm Abby with Motor City Nerds. I'm back on track a little bit, and we're just going to crank stuff out. So, because it's June, and it's Sailor Moon month, essentially, and we're getting Sailor Moon Cosmos later on this month, I thought we should talk about, because I already talked about Sailor Moon R. And oh yeah, welcome to all new subscribers. Please hit the like button, it helps me out a lot. But I did review Sailor Moon R. I'm not huge into anime. It's not that I don't want to be, it's just, it's not my thing. So if you know ones I should check out, leave them down below. I always say this, I'm old. I've seen the basics. I've seen Inuyasha. I've seen Cowboy Bebop. I've seen Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, all the basics. Either way, just leave comments down below of what I should watch. But I love Sailor Moon. I'm ride or die for Sailor Moon all day, every day on the block by myself. I don't care what anybody says. But Sailor Moon R was so well done and is so beautifully animated that I feel like that one's hard to hold up to. And even story-wise, it is. This one feels like just an elongated episode because this is personally what I think is the strangest out of the main movies that they are free on YouTube also, so that's cool. But this is Sailor Moon S Hearts in Ice. This one's only an hour long, and yeah, like Sailor Moon always is, there's some weird stuff in it. Don't think about it too hard. It's a jammy, but it definitely doesn't have the same oomph as R. Sorry, I had to let my dog out for a second. Yeah, but this one's charming. It's a fun little time, but yeah, it just feels like an elongated episode. I do like this one. I do think this one's beautifully animated too, just not... R, I think, is one of the most beautifully animated animation films ever, and I stand by that statement. It's gorgeous. And not that this one's not, but like I said, it just kind of feels like a longer episode. The villain does. It's not the greatest, but as Sailor Moon always is, it's a fun time. One thing this movie does have over everything, over the series, over all of it, is the tuxedo mask entrance as Santa Claus. And I'll put the clip in right here.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!
It is Tuxedo Mask!
Not only that, what really sends this home is when he throws a dreidel and yells L'Chaim. It's, oh my god, it's so good.
L'Chaim!
I will say this, I always appreciate them always doing the opening. And I really like seeing them at the holidays, having fun. I thought that was really cute. I really like that. A lot of people have a lot of fond memories of this one. Not that you shouldn't, but I do like the character of the man. This is where it gets weird. Let's be honest. This is where it gets weird. The cat, if you're not caught up, Luna, falls for a human man. And I really feel for Artemis through this whole thing. It's like, dang, man, you're really blowing him off. But she falls for a human man, but knows they can't be together. And I really did like him as a character. Him and his girlfriend have really good chemistry. It's not badly written. It's just, like I said, it looks like somebody went, hey, you have an hour. Fit a movie into that, and they did it well. I don't want to say it's bad because it's not, but compared to R, it's much less is all. And yeah, Luna, this is where you'll get those images of Luna the cat turning into a human girl or a human woman, and it's so she can fly around the moon and prove to this guy that the moon goddess exists, and Sailor Moon wishes that for her so that she can at least have one little fly with him because she knows that they can't be together. And then she just goes back to Artemis at the end, which I thought was kind of a cheap shot. But I did think that the scientist that Luna falls for and his girlfriend had great chemistry. I thought they were well written for the time they had. I thought that the transformations and everything from the soldiers is fine. It was more elongated. It was more oomph, and I liked that because it is an hour long. I did wish that the villain was a bit more... everything. It's a bit shallow. It feels just like a monster of the week, like from the episodes, but I don't mind it. I like her. I like her design. I think that's very cool. Another thing I really enjoyed about this was almost like their entrances, like when the scouts transform. Just so you guys know, I am going to alternate between scouts, soldiers, guardians, because I was raised on them all. So yeah, when they enter, I really liked having the outer senshi, there we go again, I really liked having them run out of the building and then they transform, and that was really cool. We have Sailor Moon and Chibi Moon transforming somewhere else from the inner scouts. We have all of them doing their own thing for a minute. I thought that was really cool. And then, like I said, the tuxedo mask entrance, icon. That's all I have to say. But of course, it's just love and friendship, and let's get it going, blah, 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 blah. That's the thing. And it's pretty basic, but it is fun. I thought it was fun. I like it. The only weird parts to me as an adult, like I said, is a cat falling in love with a human. And then the cat gets to be a human for a minute, but then goes back to being a cat, and then it's like, yeah, well, I guess I'm back in my cat life, better go back to my cat boyfriend. I thought that a little odd, but I liked it. And I enjoyed seeing Luna turn into a human for a second. That is fun, and remember, these are for children, okay? I'm just comparing it to R, which is very, very good, and this one's fine. But I'd highly recommend checking it out if you haven't in a long time, or if you enjoyed it growing up. It's free on YouTube. If you've never watched it and you are into Sailor Moon at all, check it out. Like I said, it's free on YouTube. And I know a lot of people have been really hating on the new dub. I've watched all versions of Sailor Moon, okay? The original dub in America, / Canada, because I'm by the border, the new Viz dub, not dubbed, like the original version. Like I've watched it all. I've watched Crystal, so I don't mind the new dub. I think they did really, really good with it, honestly. I did not mind it at all. I can understand because it's hardcore for me too from the 90s, where at first it's jarring, but if you open up your heart to it, I thought it was very good. I liked it. I do always appreciate that when they do these movies, with Sailor Moon in particular, they always make it so it fits. A lot of anime does it, so they fit into the story, but they don't. But I always like with Sailor Moon that they always show time passing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the series, they're in school. They're in school. That's how it goes during the seasons. And then with the movies they have, it's summer or it's winter break and things like that. So we get to see them doing different things and like talking about the entrance exam and talking about school, but they're not going there. And I think that's a really fun part that gets overlooked in this. But when it comes to the Sailor Moon movies, this one it's been a minute since I watched what's the Pied Piper one, but I remember liking that. I didn't watch it that long ago, maybe like a year and a half ago, but I definitely think I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch it. And I'm gonna review that. Well, if you want to call this a review, I'm gonna review that one a little bit. But I definitely think this one comes in last, and R would be first. If you're gonna if you really want to sit down and you never watched Sailor Moon, you're like, I'm gonna check one of these movies out. They're all free. I highly recommend R first. That's very good. Unless you don't want to start with the best one first and you want to watch that one last, then I would start with this one. But like I said, this one I wouldn't even consider a movie. It's an hour, and it definitely feels like someone said, here's a special TV spot. And as to where R was like, no, you have 90 minutes, let's go. Yeah, I just wanted to remind people that this is out there, and it's free, and it's great, and I love it, and it's Sailor Moon, and it's Sailor Moon month, and we're going to celebrate Sailor Moon. Maybe we'll rate the seasons. I don't know. We'll skip 2, because I have a fond place for 2, though, because when I was a kid, but we all know it's pointless. But either way, I'm Abby with Motor City Nerds. Tell me how you feel about this one. Where does it fall on your... Because I know that some people might go, I had this one, so it's my favorite. There's always stuff in Sailor Moon that gets weird. But which one did you enjoy the most as a kid? And then as an adult, which one do you like the best? That's a good one. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. And I'm Abby with Motor City Nerds. Make sure you subscribe. It really helps me out. Like the video, leave a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up, a thumbs down, anything. It really helps me. And yeah, tell me how excited you are for Sailor Moon Cosmos, because I'm pumped for that.